it's not necessarily... Okay. My standpoint is this on the controller, mouse, and keyboard thing, okay? When I first came over to GTA RP, I was the controller player, right? I was only on controller every time I touched GTA racing. I was pretty used to it, you know? Obviously, it's been like 3 years now since I've done it. On controller, I've stuck with mouse and keyboard since RP. Just because it's more comfortable. So, I knew when I came over to the server that the best version of me racing was going to be on controller. You know what I'm saying? But I made a choice when I came over to this server that I was only going to be on mouse and keyboard, even for the racing, right? My thought process is this. If you are only 1 second off of your controller self, I'm confused as to why you wouldn't just do the mouse and keyboard in an RP server if you're only a tiny bit worse, you know what I'm saying? Why should you though? I mean, why not curb? Why shouldn't you be curb boosting on every single curb? You know? Why shouldn't we be brake boosting? Why do you think those are out? If you admit it's only a tiny difference, then why give a No. See, it's a tiny difference in one direction, which is the better direction, right? It's 1 second on a best lap is huge. That's huge. If you see someone rocking a 305 and you see someone rocking a 304, that's very, very different. You can't say 1 second in a race. 1 second is every single lap is such a huge time save. I don't think you understand that. Just drive better. I just don't think you guys understand the level of difference. I just don't think you guys get it. Like, you can just try to be better at Counter-Strike, but I'd probably fucking beat you for like 3 years straight. 1v1 every single day of your life. Before you even got remotely good enough to beat me. Just saying, remember, one of my big fears about the racing scene was the exact thing that is happening to Judd. Right? It's that you are going to win too often as a solo or as a single person or as 3 people on the server that know that other people will not want to race anymore. Because you have brought the sweat to the server that's not supposed to sweat. The scene is thriving better than ever. It's just new people. Yeah, fuck all those old people. You know why it's just new people? Because the old people don't want to race anymore. I remember last time I fucking raced with Rami or Randy or Cheng. So that's where I see the controller as being like, it's a sweat thing. You know? I don't think it's a comfort thing. I call it a sweat thing. The whole server seems to be getting to this sweaty state, you know? The cops are in this position where I don't even want to get into gunfights with them because it's just fucking stupid. I think if I really wanted to sweat, I would give a real crack at the controller. Like, I'd actually probably crack it. It feels a lot better in a lot of areas. I just need to know how to move my joystick on my right stick a little bit cleaner, and I would call it very worth it. What's like my average keyboard and mouse time on this? I guess we'll just find that out. If I just get a 410 on the first lap, it's not bad. I want to just see what I can get on mouse and keyboard after this. I want to just compare. I got like kinda... I was trying to move my camera around a little bit there. To help me out with some decision making. Hard to do still, but I'm working on it. Dude, that corner is like, feels good on controller right there. Feels like it goes smooth. Just gonna get information with it. Don't need it for every corner. It's okay. It's not okay for that guy. He's probably gonna die. Bad time for traffic to be there, boys. Felt like we were doing pretty good on that run, though. With some gas. I was looking, I was feeling pretty solid on that one. Felt like the lines were clean. No, I'm not gonna buy NOS. I want to see what I can do now, not against my 402. My 402 is in the old drafter. Some changes happened since then. No NOS. I'll go some controller runs. I'll go some mouse and keyboard runs. We'll see what I can do on best. Starting to get a little bit more used to the controller, which is good. Oh yeah. She got some slide out of there. There we go. Could have a better start. Uh-oh. Guess this guy's gonna have to keep up with us. Well, you know, it's not gonna be a good lap now. Tell me that's not an improvement. She got that info. Let's see. Yeah, is this car not the biggest joke?
Can you hear me? You okay? Can you hear me? You just got T-boned at like Mach 10. You okay?
Yeah, give it up.
Yep.
Give it up.
All right.
Go for cuffs.
Back off. 195. You need EMS, my man?
Nope.
Where'd that fucking asshole that just T-boned him go? There was a red and color vehicle that just T-boned him doing about 120 heading eastbound San Andreas. All right, they got that vehicle that just T-boned you, my man.
Stand back. And move him away, please, in case the car lands on him.
I gotcha.
I think I'm cleaner on the controller. I think we're gonna get used to it again. Some of those laps are feeling pretty solid. Listen, there's the proper etiquette in the server is, if you fuck somebody in a police chase, you gotta do at least a little bit to help out. Like, hey, I flipped that person. Maybe I should push it back on its side or on its wheels. Just drive the fuck off and pretend you didn't just fuck me. What the hell?
All right, once Toe gets here, we'll get you out here, my man.
Yep, sounds good, boss. Well, they got assault rifles. It's like the default, huh? Whatever happened to pistol fights, huh? I got a question.
I possibly have an answer.
Dan needs to be here for this too.
What's up? I can hear you.
All right.
What are the SOPs that are involving you guys holding assault rifles right now? What has led to
Why
that?
are you asking about our SOPs, sir? Those are not to be shared with the public.
I think I'm allowed to ask whatever I'm allowed to ask, you know? If you could simply say,
yeah.
no, I'm not allowed to tell you, you can simply say that. Wouldn't you agree? So yeah, what leads to the assault rifle holding right here? What, I don't have a class 2 on me, okay? I am detained, okay? So why wouldn't you guys just be holding your class 1s?
Listen, we can't chat right now, my man. We got people circling us.
What if somebody wanted to come save me and they had class 1s? It's not like they're gonna shoot at the cops. The cops are gonna be like, oh, they got pistols. Put their rifles away and then pull their pistols out. I feel like the better option is hold your fucking pistol out, and then if someone rolls up with the class 2, you immediately calm that, and then everyone else rolls up with the class 2. Not you start with class 2s, so nobody can save you unless they have class 2s. I'm so confused. And the way this server runs nowadays. What the fuck is happening? Not that I'm not mad about like going to prison right now. I just think it's ridiculous that they are roaming around in circles with class 2s out before their class 1s, when there's been zero insinuation of me having any help and or having any sort of hostility whatsoever, let alone not having a class 2. I don't have a weapon on me. What is this, dude? Hey, why do you have your class 1 out? You're supposed to have your rifle out. Sorry, listen, I gotta be a dick. I apologize. I just think it's hilarious. You've been cool. Well, I just think it's funny, that's all. Unless you want to explain the SOP to me.
No, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So the reason I had a class 2 out is because it was me or her, and we had low ground. At any one point, 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 individuals can get on, you know, high ground or start circling us.
Here's my counter to that.
Shooting us.
Okay.
Okay.
We live in Los Santos, the hilliest place on the planet. So because you decide that we happen to be in an inferior position, that now requires whoever rolls up to me to not only need to save me against class 2s, but they should probably immediately have class 2s themselves. Because so what happens here? If someone rolls up on you with class 1s, are you gonna put the rifles away and pull out your class 1s?
So it depends on the situation. If it's just one guy, yeah, I will find cover and pull out my class 1. So.
Oh, I highly doubt that.
But if it's 3 of them, and there's 3 people shooting class 1s, so let me give you this. Earlier today, I arrested a guy that was selling Oxy.
Okay.
One guy, and then all of a sudden a car pulled up. 3 people hopped out with class 1s and started mowing down 3 officers on scene. All of us went down.
Okay.
And
that sounds like a nice little fun class 1 battle that's about to ensue, because you know you have 9 officers on the way within the next 3 minutes.
No, we had 3 officers on duty.
Well, what a rare occasion, because I recall killing about 8 cops today and about 7 more still being around.
It's not
Man, we
a
just
rare
got that
occasion
great
around. It's not a rare occasion around this time zone. All right, thank you guys.
Listen, I'm not trying to be a dick. I know you've been cool, but I just think it's insane how it used to be dictated by the crims on whether you were getting yourself involved in a class 1 or a class 2 battle. And what I'm being told is it's actually dictated by the footing, by the tactical positioning that happens to be where my car flipped over and where I was detained, right?
Well, let me ask you this. It's me and her on scene. If I have my class 1 out, and then 3
But listen,
dudes,
but there's no reason for you to believe. I have no weapon.
No, but
there's been nobody that has been shown a sign. I have no walkie-talkie. Nobody's calling my phone. There's been nobody in the vicinity within the last fucking 3 minutes, 4 minutes, right? You know what I'm saying? This all adds up to like, hey, we should probably hold our class 1s out, in my opinion. Because then if somebody rolls up, I feel like it's not even fair that they wouldn't have a chance at getting me out, because what if they only had class 1s? So you would think that you would go the route of potentially even playing field, even if it means your 1 life. Afterwards, your 9 other cops can respond likely, or likewise, if it requires them to go to class 2. You feel me?
Charles, let's not joke around here. You know that it's been Hell Week. We've been ambushed at every fucking stop.
Okay, when have you guys lost a fight, by the way? This entire Hell Week? Because I know CG hasn't won them.
I've gone down twice. Yeah, I've gone
You
down twice.
specifically have gone down twice. Yeah. I wouldn't say your forces have lost. I would say your forces have been Zerg infesting every fight and winning Hell Week. In fact, CG's putting their guns on fucking deck and we're not fighting shit. Notice I don't even have a gun on me and surrendered immediately. Not exactly like me.
I mean, let's be real though. It's designed to be like a hit and dip thing, but I know you guys can
exactly.
Get into
but you got here into out of context. He's saying that he wants to keep the balance, as in he keeps it in their favor. What do you disagree with?
You got to remember that the criminals can have a jump on officers at all times. They can.
Brother,
hold on.
Man,
stop laughing. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish, please.
Okay.
Let me finish. You can have 1 person mobilized. You can have 2 people above you. 1 person.
What else do we have on our side, Dan? You guys have absolute numbers and communication.
No,
something we do not.
We don't have numbers, man.
That is a total load of shit. You can't say just because sometimes. No, you can't say just because sometimes you have 6 people on duty that sometimes you don't have 16 people on duty.
You're right, 100%.
So you're telling me I should base my crime around time slots, Dan?
No, not at all. But you need to understand when
I just don't understand the SOP.
Force.
I just don't understand the SOP regarding the class 2s immediately to keep the balance in your favor and for that reason only. When the balance is always in your favor.
I'm sorry you see it that way, but the balance is not always in our favor.
I gotcha. I understand. That's different perspectives. What else do crims have besides a surprise of any sort against you guys, right? So if somebody did in fact want to use class 2s, I mean, you want to even that playing field right out of the get-go, just in case, huh?
Okay, so you would rather me stand there with a class 1 in my hand and somebody come up
I
with
think
an
that
AK
it's
and mow
not
me down within
Minority
seconds?
Report, and we shouldn't assume that you're going to get rolled up on with AKs.
But as a, like, how else am I supposed to assume? What am I supposed to assume? They're
You are
always gonna have
supposed
class
to.
1?
You are supposed to be. You are supposed to base that off of them. You're reactionary. Oh shit! Let me calm to my entire squad, no matter if they're miles and miles away, that they are upgraded to class 2. So then, it's maybe you were surprised, but the next 10 cops that are behind you will not be. Hence, the information. Something you guys have that ours is difficult to get for each other right now. I'm just saying. I'm just kind of giving my perspective of how it's been for the last little while. And let me tell you, I've been in the most gunfights I've ever been in, probably in my criminal career, in the past week. And let me tell you something. I've probably never been more unhappy with how the state of that goes. But I understand the balance is supposed to be like this. But because it's like that, I feel like you shouldn't be trying your heart out to keep it 100% like that by assuming that you are keeping yourself ready for the worst case scenario. I mean, if we had rocket launchers, are you going to be prepared for rocket launchers at all points in time? You're going to have your RPG at all points in time? What if somebody wants to roll up with class 1s? Is all I'm saying, When's the last time you guys got into a full gunfight, only pistols with the entire PD?
Yeah, this is Prince. I'm doing.
When's the last time you guys gone
know.
through, like, even 3 officers going down before somebody was like, yup, time to pull out the big boy?
I'm gonna tell you right now, though, if there's 4 people trying to like pinch me in, and I'm cornered, I'm stepping up because I mean, think about 4 guns firing at one time.
But you
That's
put
the-
yourself in
that's
that
the fire rate
position.
of- Sure. Well, I mean,
You got
Goes
outpositioned.
both ways.
Why are you gonna try to like? Okay, I mean, I get it. I guess sucks for us because every time we hold 2 guns like that, we get double the charges, and it's way more expensive. But you guys will go spend $20 on your double up. Oh, when I get caught in a bad position, I'll just decide that I'm gonna fight my way out with my big dog and feel no repercussion if they take me out. But us, if we decide to do it like that, hey man, we're down insane amounts of money, not only from the charge, but trying to carry those 2 guns. Yeah, you can do it like that, but can we really just decide at that moment, hey, I'm getting ambushed by about 4 cops right now. Let me just pull up my AK I had on reserve. I wouldn't say that's necessarily viable, brother. And for you to be able to make that decision just because you got yourself into a bad position kind of sucks. Because when we get into a bad position, hey, we're just in a bad fucking position.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't there for this, so I don't have a full context of it. I'll see what we can do. I'll see what we can do to keep the balance
I'm just
of it
saying,
all. I mean,
no,
I know
I
what you mean,
understand
though.
you guys are supposed to be fucking king shit around here. And I understand and respect that. But how much shit do you dictate, man? Because he was on the low ground and because there happened to be motorcycle guys around, he's like, yep,
Dude.
class 2, baby. Sorry for all the weird drama at the end. I just,
Appreciate the talk, man. I know it's,
I'm not
it's
mad
weird,
at all
man.
about anything. It's just weird. It's all good,
Like
my
I said, if
friend.
it wasn't this past week, I think things would be a little less tense. But
Understandable. I'm gonna jump out this way. I'll catch you later.
all right, later, dude.
Listen, I'm not even mad in the slightest way. I know the server's how it's gonna be how it's gonna be. I just decided to mention that. I'm not mad that I got caught up or went to prison or whatever, like that wasn't that bad because he only gave me joyriding. So he was already hooking me up from the get-go. I just decided to mention something due to the rifles and I don't know, just went off. I don't know, just kind of went on a little tangent about it.